Just like a script provides a clear storyline with predefined dialogues and scenes, a data warehouse stores structured data in a predefined schema.
Now, how to choose the right method? We can now see there are two very different types of methods here.
And
Right.
to ensure a smooth transition, you can follow some of the best practices, which in AQB Solutions we have honed over for the last few years.
That successful transitions require a holistic approach. That's
Right.
pretty important, probably the utmost important thing.
In the realm where science fiction meets reality, where imagination pushes the boundaries of what's possible, we find ourselves at the cliff of a data revolution. My name is Omlan Bhattacharya, and welcome to the most anticipated webinar hosted by AQB Solutions. Today, we embark on a thrilling journey into the world of data transformations, exploring the captivating topic of transferring data warehouse to data lake and its current challenges to its architecture. Someone once said that the data lakes are the dreams that exist beyond our reach, yet holds the potential to reshape our entire data landscape. They are the portals through which we step into a realm of infinite possibilities, where insights flow like stardust and innovation knows no bound. Joining us on this extraordinary journey are two exceptional panelists who holds the spirit of innovation and expertise in data management. Allow me to introduce Audrey Chatterjee and Orpan Bhattacharya from AQB Solutions. Hi.
Hello, Amlan.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah.
So our panelists will immerse us in the wonders of data lake, revealing the hidden potentials that lies beneath the surface. Let's start. Okay, so first things first, let's begin with the foundation. It's said that the difference between a data warehouse and a data lake is like the distinctions between a carefully structured script and an immersive, unbounded narrative. So my first question dives into this fundamental difference of this, that could you please explain the difference between a data warehouse and a data lake, that is drawing parallels with this idea of structured script versus unbounded narrative? Audrish?
It's a very interesting analogy, Amlan. So in the world of data, data warehouse is like a meticulously crafted script, while a data lake is an immersive journey, you can say, into an unbound narrative, as you already put into your question. So imagine a data warehouse as a perfectly structured script. Just like a script provides a clear storyline with predefined dialogues and scenes, a data warehouse stores structured data in a predefined schema. So it's organized, optimized, and designed for well-defined use cases. This structured approach allows for efficient querying and analysis, making it ideal for extracting specific insights.
Okay.
Now picture a data lake as an unbounded narrative that sparks curiosity and exploration. Similar to an engaging tale that evolves and expands without predefined constraints. Data lakes accommodates diverse data types and formats. So it retains a raw and untransformed data, allowing for the application of structure at the time of analysis. The flexibility enables users to embark on a journey of discovery, unveiling hidden patterns and uncovering novel insights that were not anticipated at the time of data collection. So keep that in mind. And that's how data lake was actually became more popular. While data warehouse follows a carefully scripted path, a data lake offers the freedom of it offers the freedom to explore new possibilities.
Okay.
That is why the data warehouse employs a schema on write approach, transforming and organizing data before it's loaded. While the lake embraces raw data, adapting structure when needed. The warehouse excels at well-defined use cases and efficient querying, while the lake thrives on adaptability, scalability, and
Okay.
the ability to derive unexpected insights. Um, so, so whether you need a carefully structured script or an immersive, unbounded narrative, understanding the distinction between a data warehouse and data lake helps you to harness the full power of the data landscape.
Okay.
So you have to choose your path wisely. For each, as each offers a unique and captivating experience. Just remember,
Okay.
in the world of data, there is a story waiting to be told. Whether scripted or whether it's scripted or undiscovered, we
Yeah.
have to discover it.
Okay. Okay. So that was great, actually. Okay, by the way, so considering that as we move forward, can we explore the immense benefits of embracing data lakes, as you told? I would like to quote Steven Spielberg in this condition that it holds the power to reveal unseen dimension where insights flows like magic. Right. So now coming on to my question, what do you think? What are the key benefits of using a data lake, and how does it align with the Spielberg notion of uncovering unseen dimensions and magical insights? Orpon?
Yeah, thank you, Amlan. When I think about it's a great question actually. So when I think about the data lakes, it actually reminds me the quote you have mentioned of Steven Spielberg's about the unseen dimensions. So it's like digging the hidden treasure, isn't it? I mean, let's talk about what makes data lakes so exciting. And first of all, they're super flexible. So imagine having a giant toy box full of different pieces waiting to be assembled in any way you like, right? So that's your data lake. So it holds all kinds of raw, unprocessed data, and the best part, you can use the data for a myriad of analyses like data mining, machine learning,
Right.
you name it, right? It's like striking gold you didn't know what was there. Means like next up is the sheer size of the data lakes, right? Means it's huge. It's huge. These things are so massive, and the huge advantage is our big data era. We are in the big data era, right?
Okay.
So uh, we are now dealing with a crazy amount of data almost every day, every hour, I would say, and these data lakes can handle it, helping us to uncover insights and we might have missed altogether, right? And guess what? Data lakes are surprisingly cost effective. You can't even imagine how much cost effective it can come, right? And they make use of cloud storage solutions, cutting down on the cost tied to the traditional data warehouses. And this means that even small businesses can tap into the power of data analytics, not only the
Okay.
big players. It's like giving everyone a chance to perform their magic show, right?
Right.
So, and another amazing thing I would like to talk like the data lake is like their ability to store all types of data. It's not like something homogeneous. So structured, semi-structures, and unstructured, all
Okay.
kinds of data, from social media posts to the T devices, all data finds a home in their lakes. This gives us a complete picture and magical insight into our data. If you will,
Okay.
lastly, did I mention that the data lakes support real-time analytics as well?
No.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's a great feature. It's like that means you can analyze your data on the fly, making
Okay.
swift, well-informed decisions. So there you have it. Means just like Spielberg's unseen dimensions, as you mentioned, data lakes offer a world of magical insights with
Right.
their flexibility, scalability, cost efficiency, variety, and real-time analytics capabilities. They truly reveal the magic that lies within the data.
Oh, okay. So it's a big concept altogether, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have spoken about data warehouse. We have spoken about data lake, and as you mentioned, from the analogy part, I get to understand that data is the new oil, right? And we have such a huge amount of data. So what about these different methods of exploration? I mean, in context of the data transformation, what are the various ways to transfer data from a data warehouse to a data lake? And how do our organization decide which methods is best needed for that particular organization? Audrish?
Uh, Good question. So certainly, like the challenges faced when transferring data from data warehouse to data lake is quite immense and can have significant impact on organizations.
Right.
So let's explore some of these challenges, and we can discuss potential way to overcome them as well. Keeping in mind the perspective of AQB solutions and the emotions involved. So first, there is definitely you have to consider about data compatibility.
Sure.
So mismatched data formats, schemas, and the quality. All this can hinder data integration. But you should not back out. There will be a lot of problems at the initial stage. With data integration tools and transformation processes, organizations can bridge these gaps and ensure the smooth transfer of data, unlocking the compatibility secret code, if I might say.
Oh, really?
And the next very important point is data governance and security. For any enterprise, this is one of the primary, I think, points that they have to adhere to and keep in mind. So
Okay.
security is of paramount importance when it comes to transferring sensitive data. Robust access control, encryption mechanisms, and compliance with data privacy regulations. These shield your data assets. So prioritize data governance and employ secure transfer protocols to protect your oil. That is
Right.
the data. And another point would be the data volume and the scalability. The sheer volume of data in a warehouse can really overwhelm the transfer process. So scalability is key.
Okay.
So you have to embrace distributed storage and processing technologies to conquer this problem or challenge.
Okay.
Seamlessly manage vast amounts of data. Unlocking the data is the value of that data is the true potential that you can get out of the whole process.
Yeah, it's the key. Right.
And that's the key. That's the key
Okay.
point. And of course, lastly, we have data transformation and cleansing,
Okay.
and the internal skill set of the organization, and how,
Yeah.
and of course, the readiness of that organization. So,
Okay.
the challenges will be inevitable. There will be a lot of challenges, but there are rewards as well. By embracing data integration, prioritizing security, leveraging scalability, then perfecting transformation processes, and investing in your team, you can definitely overcome these obstacles and unlock the full potential of your data assets. So it's basically it's time to dive in and make your business thrive in the sea of possibilities with data.
Interesting. So let's keep the convo going. Right. Moving forward, as you have spoken about data cleansing and data scalability, can we focus on some of the best practices for a successful transition of data? And what are the industry's best practices for transferring data from a data warehouse to a data lake? Orphan, would you like to answer?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Amlan. See, what you need to keep in mind that like data exploration and transformation, these two hold the key to unlocking the valuable insights, right? So
Right.
when transferring data from the warehouse to a data lake, two powerful methods come into play. So let's dive into these methods, means to just to know and discover how organizations decide which path to choose, right? So there can be the first method can be batch processing, right? Means you need to take quite measured steps like well-orchestrated dance. Batch processing involves extracting data from the warehouse in predefined chunks, right?
Okay.
This data is then transformed to fit into the data lake's structure and loaded into its depths. This method works wonders for large volumes of data, allowing
Right.
for organized and periodic transfers. So there are two types, and two types are very specific to different kinds of stuff.
Okay.
And the second method we can call it as real-time streaming, right? So it's
Okay.
keeping the flow alive, imagining a constant stream of data flowing seamlessly from the warehouse to the lake. So that's real-time streaming. Utilizing technologies like Apache Kafka or Apache Flink, organizations capture the transfer data as it happens. This method empowers businesses with up-to-the-minute insights, perfect for industries that thrive on immediacy, right? So now how to choose the right method? There are two. We can now see there are two very different types of methods here.
Yeah, exactly.
So here comes the important stuff: balancing needs and goals. Deciding between the batch processing and real-time streaming depends on specific needs and requirements. Of course, batch processing suits scenarios with less frequent data updates and focus on historical analysis. Suppose accounting data, sales, inventory data. Remember, for such data, data warehouse is actually more suitable. And sometimes we should not push some data just to for sake of implementing data lake, right? Real-time streaming, on the other hand, thrives in where immediate insights and real-time decision-making are paramount, like social media, weblogs, streaming data, or call center data, etc. Now we can ask, like, what are the different factors we need to consider here?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Consider the volume and the velocity of the data and the complexity of transformations, the need for low latency, and very importantly, cost and scalability implications. It's like finding the perfect balance on a scale. What options you have against goal and resources. So that's the kind of decision you need to take.
Okay.
At AQB Solutions, we recognize that each organization is unique. That's one thing we always keep in mind. We partner closely with our clients, understanding their needs and evaluating their data characteristics. Our team guides them through the decision-making process, offering insights and recommendations tailored to their requirements, not something generic.
Okay.
So that's the key.
Wow. Okay. Audrish, would you like to add some point?
Sure. So, yeah, of course, very interesting points. And transitioning from data warehouse and only architecture to data lake is a significant step. So, and following industry best practices can greatly contribute to a successful and seamless transfer. So, embarking on a data lake journey requires a well-defined roadmap. And to ensure a smooth transition, you can follow some of the best practices, which in AQB Solutions we have honed over for the last few years, and so you can make most out of the data lake environment.
Okay.
So some of these points would be like, you need to have clear objectives. Define your goals and objectives for the transition, whether it's advanced analytics, scalability of data accessibility, a clear vision will really guide your path to success. Next, definitely we have to think about the data modeling and the schema design. You need to design an adaptable data model and schema for your data lake. So balance that flexibility with organization, enabling easy exploration, and so that you can analyze as your data evolves.
Okay.
And one of the very important, as I mentioned earlier, also data governance is also you have to keep in mind. you need to implement robust data governance practices to ensure the integrity of your data. And you need to establish the validation processes as well, the cleansing routine, the quality metrics, and making data quality as the top priority of the whole process.
Right.
And of course, data security and privacy is of the utmost important as well. So safeguarding sensitive data with access controls and encryption techniques, and providing correct authentications and access to the data for whoever that data should be accessed by. And so you need to stay compliant with all the regulatory compliances that comes to your ways, GDPR, HIPAA, all these things are extremely important.
Okay.
And of course, data integration orchestration is very much important. You need to integrate data sources effectively for comprehensive view on the data lake. Leverage the integration tools and frameworks to streamline, transfer, and automate data pipelines. Similarly, like metadata management and then data documentation, keeping up the data lineage, all these are very, very much important. And
certainly.
And finally, the most important is the collaboration and communication within the teams and if multiple teams in your organization, within the team and within the multiple teams that you're
you meant to say that it's a holistic approach, right? It's a holistic approach.
The communication is very important. The communication between your teams and getting them on board with the implementation of a data lake, because it's a paradigm shift that we are going to have from in this transition. So everybody should be on board. The stakeholder management is extremely important, and we understand that in AKB solutions. The challenges of data transfers and the intricacies of successful transitions. We assist our clients in implementing these best practices, tailoring them to their specific needs. And we trust us to guide you on the path to the data lake success.
Right. Okay. So we have
one thing I'd like to add here. You mentioned one very crucial point, and that's very important. Thanks for mentioning that that successful transitions require a holistic approach. That's pretty important, probably the most important thing. Focusing not only the technical aspects, but also the organizational alignment and change management. If we follow these two best practices, you can set a solid foundation for a thriving data lake ecosystem. So that's what I was.
Yeah. Actually, that's a very good point, by the way. We have spoken about data lake. We have spoken about data warehouse. Orpun have given us insights about what are the best practices. So now let's come to a different topic altogether. Not different, to be very honest. It's in the same line. Data fabric. It holds a tremendous potential, doesn't it? So why is it considered a crucial component in the modern data architecture?
Yes, absolutely. It is a very important architecture. Data fabric indeed holds tremendous potential. It actually serves as an unified and integrated framework that enables organizations to manage and leverage their data assets effectively. And it's because it empowers organizations to achieve the agility that they can do within their organization with data, allowing them to rapidly respond to changing business needs. So today's organizations deal with a wide array of data sources and formats, and data fabric, it actually does the magic, you can say. It provides a cohesive layer that seamlessly integrates diverse data sources, whether they reside in a traditional data warehouse, a data lake, cloud environment, or external IoT systems. And you are able to provide real-time, you are able to get real-time data and insights that facilitates the delivery of actionable insights as well on a day-to-day basis. So it really empowers the organization to simply respond to data, respond to market changes. And of course,
Okay.
the scalability and elasticity
Okay.
is
Okay.
important
Could you
as
please
well.
explain that scalability and elasticity?
Sure. So let's quickly discuss what data fabric is. So you can think of it as like a cloth or fabric on top of an organizational data source, like data warehouse, data lake, and other sources. So in more technical terms, it's an operational layer across a multi-centric and multi-location organization, which provides data management technologies like data cataloging, data governance, data orchestration, things like that. So it's a operational layer on top of your whole data ecosystem. So with ever-growing volume of data, especially for organizations increasingly going global and scalability becoming more important. So getting real-time 360-degree view of an organization is really crucial now.
Yes,
and data
absolutely.
fabric actually provides that foundation for scalable data architecture, allowing organizations to scale their data infrastructure as needed. So despite such advantages, there are problems as well. Implementing data fabric also comes with challenges. But close monitoring and optimization can solve them out.
Okay. Thank you. By the way, as you mentioned about the whenever you are implementing a data fabric, you come along with some challenges. What are the major challenges that you all have faced when implementing a data fabric, and how can they be mitigated, like AQV as a whole? Orphan?
Yes, that's a good question. So as he mentioned, data fabric does come with its own set of challenges. So we have encountered some common hurdles as anyone can do. Like one of the main challenges I would like to talk about is like dealing with the complexity and variety of data.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes organizations often have a data spread across different formats, systems, and even locations. To mitigate this challenge, a comprehensive data integration strategy is very crucial, right? If this includes utilizing the data integration tools, employing data transformation techniques, and establishing data governance practices to ensure consistency and standardization. So if any of those things are not in place, so probably something can go wrong. There is a huge chance. So you need to see it, and you need to take measures to mitigate that. Then ensuring data quality and reliability within the data fabric can be complex, particularly when integrating data from a huge variety of sources. That's the challenge here. And integrating with legacy systems poses challenges due to their complex architecture and data formats. Employing modernization strategies such as data virtualization or implementing data connectors and adapters can help bridge the gap between the legacy systems and the data fabric, right? So this allows organizations to leverage existing investments while gradually transitioning to a more unified data architecture. So it's like various sources, various things, and we are making them all uniform. So therefore, addressing these challenges proactively and adopting appropriate solution strategies, organizations can do implementation of the data fabric more effectively as well. Before that, it is important to have a well-defined roadmap. So we all the time we need to sit with the stakeholders to understand their priorities and set the roadmap accordingly and ensure a successful implementation. That's the key.
Okay, like in every time, communication is the key, right?
Absolutely. To understand that their priorities and roadmap and the kind of things they want to achieve.
Okay. We have almost come to the conclusion. Quite some information, right? As we approach to the conclusion of our webinar, let's address some of the current challenges faced by the data lakes in industry implementation and its probable solutions. So, Adrish, would you like to continue?
Yeah, sure. So maintaining data quality is one of the very I would say pressing challenge at the moment. So enforcing proper governance practices within a data lake can be challenging sometimes. And as a data lakes accept raw and unstructured data, ensuring data accuracy, consistency, and adherence to regulatory requirements, it becomes very crucial. So organizations can address these challenges by implementing robust data quality processes, metadata management, data cataloging, data lineage tracking. So all these are extremely important points that I mean organizations should keep in mind when implementing data lake. And establishing clear governance policies and involving data stewards wherever required can further enhance data quality and governance.
Okay. Fine. Orphan, would you like to add some point on this thing?
Yeah, surely. Means like another thing I would like I can think of is like effective data lake architecture. Right, it's a critical challenge. Right,
Right.
without proper planning, data lakes can become a data dumping ground, which no one wants. Right, and it can lead to data silos and unmanageable sprawl. So what we can do to overcome this, like organization should define a well thought out architecture that considers factors like data ingestion, storage, organization, and retrieval mechanism. All has to be quite planned, and employing data lake design principles like partitioning data lake, zoning the data lake, and data lake and Adish mentioned about data lake policies, and with that we need to have data lake governance frameworks as well to which can optimize the structure and the usability of the data lake. That's very important.
Okay. So these all are the real very good insights about the topic. Okay. So now the end, right? So, well, it's not the end, by the way. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. As we gaze into the horizon of the future, we envision a world where data architecture evolves, where organizations in every industry can harness the power of data lakes to drive informed decision making, to build transformative insights, and shape their destinies. As we bid farewell to this webinar, let us carry forward the inspiration and insights we have gained. Let us dare to dream of a world where data flows seamlessly, where organizations harness the potential of data lakes and data fabrics to unlock the new dimensions of success. Together, we shape the future, willed by the boundless possibilities that lies within our grasp. Thank you so much for being part of this extraordinary journey. Until we meet again, let your imagination soar, your curiosity ignite, and may the data-driven future we envision becomes our shared reality. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Arvon. Thank you,
Okay, I'm
Adrian.
done.
Thank you, Amar.